You got 55. Imagine looking this good and streaming. And I'll be there, I promise you that. Be happier than a pig in shit, you know what I'm saying?
And or doctor. Also, if there is any problem with the pill, please do not contact us because we will not be around.
Now we're talking single cell trace.
God damn it. God damn it.
What is that for Pete?
God damn it. Son of a bitch. God damn it.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Alright, Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater because it's Metal Gear Solid Delta hype because I can't wait for that game because I'm gonna lose my whole fucking life. And I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm so excited, so excited. I can't wait. Yes, sir. I'm watching all this. I don't care. I'm watching all of it. Deal with it. Deal with it. Leave if you don't like it. I don't care. I don't care at all of it. Hold on. I gotta turn it up. Okay, y'all, now I can't be too goddamn loud. Sing it, bitch. Yeah. 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 Oh, this came out. This dropped in 2001, bitch. I was freaking the hell out. Sing it, bitch. Sing us into this shit. Yeah. This is a fucking bop, bitch. Yeah. Here's my favorite part right here. Hey, hey. Still in a dream, snake eater. That was my shit, bitch. I'm sorry, babe. It's getting sexy in here right now. Hey. I'm telling you, they dropped this shit. I lost my fucking mind, man. I lost my fucking whole entire mind. They can't play this shit. I can't play this. My heart is gonna get low.
No, better not.
It's fine. I'm telling you, man. This game will do it to you. It'll do it to you. All the little cheat codes, changing the colors, making them like think like you can like zoom in, you can make them move faster. Look at that CQC. Sit your fucking ass down. Break your arm. Give me that gun. Knife. Stab. Snap neck. Yeah, yes, 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 yes. I have the original fucking Metal Gear on here. No, that's not Metal Gear Solid though. I would have lost my entire mind. Oh, European extremists. Heinous. Pure heinous. We'll do normal just to play through it, and if we get through it pretty quick, I might do another
After
playthrough
the end
in
of
hard.
World War II, the world was split into two,
Fucking story.
East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
I'm gonna start crying. Oh, this is the best game in the series. I don't care what nobody says. People argue with a fucking air conditioner if you think there is any other game better than Metal Gear Solid 3.
20 minutes to drop off.
2, absolutely not riding with shit. 1, the story was amazing actually. It's that one's hard. 1 and 3.
Ready to go.
5, meh. Meh. They shit on my boy Kojima and I'm not happy about it. I'll never be happy about it. 4, nah. Riding was a badass in 4. That was pretty dope. Look at that, written by Hideo Kojima-san. Kojima-sensei. Put respect on Kojima-san's name.
Connecting oxygen hose to
Put
interior
respect on his
connector.
name now.
Put on your mask.
I don't have to do nothing I don't want to do, loser. Tell me what to do, dweeb. What are you, a casual?
Does
A
this man
new
waste know what he's doing?
FNG?
Approaching release point. 10 minutes to drop off. Hey,
Oh boy.
you deaf?
He said put out the cigar and put on your mask.
That's Solid Snake. Who are you talking to, bro? Who is he talking to? He should have burned one of them dudes with that cigar. I'd have flicked it right in somebody's face. You think you're tough? You think you're so good? You know how many times I've done this, brother? Huh?
Depressurization complete.
Checking oxygen supply.
Colonel's little
6 minutes
ugly
to
ass
drop
gonna try to
off.
tell
Opening
me
rear
what to
hatch.
do. This whole genre of game, this whole series of game, like all 5 of them are such a mindfuck.
Sunrise.
You don't even play them in the order they came out. Snake is just basically a clone. Like it's all just all messed up, but in such a good way.
Minus 46 degrees Celsius. 2 minutes to drop off. Stand up.
Look at my dog. Oh, I'm about to freak out.
You'll be falling at 130 miles per hour. Try not to get frostbite from the wind chill.
1 minute to drop off. Move to the rear.
Activate bailout model.
This is one for the history books. The world's first halo jump.
10 seconds to drop off. Stand by. Status okay. All green.
Prepare for drop off. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Spread your wings
And fly. God be with you.
When this game came out, man, I just remember just my whole life, just all of my like 7th or 6th grade year. I don't even remember, just freaking out. I played this game every day. I left my PlayStation on because I didn't have a memory card at the time and did not care. Like I'll save it
Jack,
when I
I've got
beat
some
it.
important news.
I finally got a memory
The
card.
head of the CIA
obviously.
has finally given us the green light for the Virtuous mission.
Virtual mission.
No, the Virtuous mission. The future of our Fox unit depends on it. it succeeds, we'll be officially organized
This
into
is
a unit.
good. This is good work.
Virtuous mission. Sounds like some kind of initiation ritual.
Because it
You know,
is.
don't get cocky. This isn't a training op.
Right. So what exactly is this wonderful mission?
Well, about 2 years ago, a certain Soviet scientist requested asylum in the West through one of our moles.
This is the first game that taught me about nuclear
His name is
warfare.
Nikolai Stepanovich Sokolov. He's head of the OKB-754 Design Bureau, one of the Soviets' top-secret weapon research facilities, and the East's foremost expert on
I wonder how
weapons
much of
development.
this was based on like true stories.
Sokolov. Isn't he that
Probably
famous
half of
rocket
it.
scientist?
The very same. On April the 12th, 1961, the Soviets achieved the first manned spaceflight in history.
The Earth was blue, but there was no God.
Well spoken. The rocket that carried Yuri Gagarin into orbit was the A-1, known as the Vostok rocket. Sokolov is said to be the man most responsible for the multi-engine cluster used in that rocket. After Gagarin's flight, Sokolov left rocket development to become the head of the newly established Design Bureau.
From a lowly technician to head of a design bureau, that's quite a success story. So why do you want to defect?
It seems he'd become afraid of his own creations.
Afraid.
Call it a crisis of conscience.
And for that, he left his country and his family behind and went over the fence?
Not exactly. One of his conditions was that his family was also to be taken safely to the West. We used a mole to get the family out first and succeeded in sneaking Sokolov over the Berlin Wall shortly afterwards.
That's wild.
I was the one who
Sokolov in
conducted the
5, I
operation.
think. I can't remember.
The security
It's
on
been a
the
while
eastern
since I've
side
played
was
any
still
of them,
full of
so I
holes
remember
back
the stories though
then
well.
what?
I just don't remember
We
like
got
certain parts
Sokolov
of it.
over in one piece, but the whole ordeal had left him exhausted, and we checked him into a hospital in West Berlin. It took him 2 weeks and more than 600 miles to get from the research facility in the Soviet Union to Berlin. He was in no condition to say anything coherent. And it was only a week later that we had something much bigger on our hands.
The Cuban Missile Crisis.
October the 16th, 1962, President Kennedy received word that the Soviets were in the process of deploying intermediate-range ballistic missiles in Cuba. The President demanded that the Soviets dismantle and remove the missiles. At the same time, he announced a naval blockade to prevent further missile shipments from reaching Cuba. But the Soviets didn't back down, instead placing their armed forces on secondary alert. Soviet transport ships carrying missiles continued on course towards Cuba. US and Soviet forces went on alert for an all-out
This series is
nuclear
about the
war.
story of my
Frantic
life. Thanks for
negotiations
playing it,
were
bro. I know
conducted
what
for
you
the
mean.
UN's Emergency
Did you see
Security
they
Council
announced Metal Gear
and
Solid
other
Delta,
missiles
Diamond?
and
Did you
the
see
heads
that
of
for the
their
PS5? Did you see that?
Finally, on
Did you
October
see
28th,
it?
the Soviet Union
I can't
agreed
get
to
high right
remove
now
its
because my wife is
missiles from
sleeping,
Cuba.
but like,
And so the world avoided a nuclear holocaust.
that's literally why I'm replaying this game.
But in order to get the
because I
Soviets
said,
to
are
pull
you
their
insane?
missiles out,
Are
we
you?
had to make a deal.
You're not doing this.
The
And then
one
they're
where the US
also
agreed to remove its IRBMs from
remastering
Turkey.
Metal Gear Solid 1,
No.
2, and
The
3
Jupiter
for the
IRBMs deployed in
PS5
Turkey were
also.
obsolete, and we were going to get rid of them
man.
anyway. They had no strategic value whatsoever to either the US or the Russians. The Turkey deal was a ruse, a cover story that was fed to the other intelligence
I
agencies
love the fact that
around
you're
the world.
such. You're,
So
I
what did the
love the
Russians
fact
really
you're such a
want?
fan.
Sokolov.
My man has
They
Foxhound
wanted us to
tatted on
return
him. That's
Sokolov.
so crazy.
You mean the Soviets
That's so
pulled out of
crazy.
Cuba just to
Snake
get their
Eater
hands
was
on
the best
Sokolov?
easily.
That's
Though
right.
I do say 1
What the hell was he
was
working
up there
on?
with 3, 2.
At the time, we had no
Oh, I gotta
idea.
turn that down.
We were running out of time. It was either give up Sokolov or risk full-scale nuclear war. In the end, we had no choice. President Kennedy gave in to Khrushchev's demand.
What's up, BNA? But
The
yeah,
next
Metal Gear
day, I
Solid
got
1, like the
Sokolov
story
out of
on
the
that
hospital,
one was just so.
handed him over to agents
Oh my
on the
god,
eastern
the story
side.
on that was so insane.
Sokolov kept on screaming, "Save me!" until he
But the
escaped
perfected
from my
version
sight.
of that game was Snake Eater, exactly. You had to eat to survive. Like the
Then a
game
month
was
ago,
just, it was just.
we received
wild,
some
bro.
new
Like,
information from one of our moles.
I can't
About
believe they really
Sokolov.
announced the remake
Yes.
of.
He was taken back to the
I'm a
research
freak out.
facility and forced to continue.
It
working
makes me
on
wanted to
the
start
question
screaming every
under
time I think about
KGB
it.
Supervision.
2 was
What's
good,
more,
but
it's
was
on the
more
verge of
introducing
completion.
Raiden. I didn't really
So
like
what
2.
kind of
Like 2
weapon
was
is
cool,
it?
but
Something to do with space
they
rockets?
their selling
No.
point was Solid
Missile.
Snake, just to make you play as
Same technology.
I
you
guess
play as
you're right.
Raiden and
We
then
don't know
call
the
him
details,
Pliskin the
but
whole
it
time.
appears to be a new kind of nuclear
I
device.
hated it.
For half a year now, the Soviets have been conducting frequent nuclear tests at Semipalatinsk.
Something
And the
to do
story
with
was
weapon, I
hella
assume.
mad.
We're talking about a secret weapon so
My
big
favorite
that
villain
Khrushchev
from that was
ready
probably
to pull out
Vamp,
Cuba to get
honestly.
it back.
Vamp was so insane.
Is
That dude was
Sokolov still in
so
the
scary.
facility?
But other than
No,
that,
according
like,
to our
two
intelligence,
had a
he's
very
in
lackluster
Selino
story.
Yaz,
Very
a place in
lackluster.
the mountains about 3 miles to the west that's known as the Virgin Cliffs.
And I honestly
Virgin
hated
Cliffs.
5's ending.
Nice
5's
name for
ending
a
was
virtuous
horrible. 5 was
mission.
okay.
They
The
moved
open
him there
worldness
just
of it, I do
recently.
want to replay it
Why?
again, but
Apparently,
I actually like the
they're conducting
multiplayer
a field
more.
test of the weapon, but it's our best chance to get him back. This mission would never have been possible
then
if he
4?
was still in the research facility.
4 is forgettable.
This is our last chance.
I have a
Sokolov
friend who
must
says
have
4
known
is the
that
best
too
one.
when he contacted us.
And I said, you're insane. You're out your head. 5 did have a great gameplay system. I enjoyed how 5 played. I definitely enjoyed how 5 played. But the storyline was... But you could tell that was Kojima's, like, last game. He was just on his way out. You could just tell, like... He was just making that story to make it. Like, he just wanted to get through it. 3 was, like, the best, like, complete overall game. Nothing was beating 3, bro. No way.
Listen up, Jack.
Oh, yeah, I
Your mission
forgot.
is to
You can, like,
infiltrate
look
Selino
down.
Yaz,
Yeah,
Soviet
bro.
mountains, ensure the safety of
And all the,
Sokolov,
like,
bring
little
him back to the
Easter
West.
eggs and stuff it had in the game. Jesus. You gotta play the Ape Escape on this one? Yeah, I forgot it had that where you shoot the monkeys with the trank gun and you, like, catch them, and then you actually got I think you got camos from that, too. Like, digital camos and shit from that. Like the banana camo, yeah. There's all types of camos in this one. There's, like...
Once we've
Oh
confirmed the
my
rescue
god,
of
bro, there was
Sokolov, stand by
probably
at the
over
recovery
200
point.
camos
The
in
recovery
this one.
balloon will be dropped at that point. Helium will be pumped
The
into
only
the
thing
balloon
I
to
don't
inflate
like
it.
is
process
the
takes
control
about
scheme
20
on this one
minutes.
is horrible. The controls do not...
Once it's complete, the gunship
I'm
sample
almost
will latch onto
positive
the
it's
balloon and pull it
inverted.
up.
The Fulton surface to air recovery
We're about
system.
to see. We're
I'm
about to see.
familiar with the theory.
The gator mask,
Take it
bro.
easy.
The tuxedo.
Combat proof.
All the other ones that you could get from, like, beating the bosses with the trank guns.
The shock will be less than during a parachute jump, and the arm can handle up to 500 pounds.
There's, like, a rainbow one.
So you're
Bro, there
planning
were
on going
so
over the border
many.
in a single combat talent?
She's equipped with
And
two
all these games
6-barrel
were
20
so
millimeter Vulcan cannons, as well as two
goddamned
40 millimeter
long.
machine guns.
Sounds like
Each
she's
game
overall
probably
against a
took
battalion
me...
of tanks.
Even with the fuel in the reserve tank, we're facing a 4-hour
I was gonna say
time limit.
hour-wise,
If all goes well,
3-4
it shouldn't
months to
take
beat,
more
but
than
I was
few
a
hours.
kid, so I was just
Home in time for dinner.
But if anything goes wrong,
I was just into
You'll be
this. I
eating
just
dinner,
wanted to play this game.
breakfast,
and all the rest
Because
of
it was
your
a
meals
movie.
in the
Yeah, it was definitely a movie. And at the time, I was like, this is what I learned to watch movies on. I think that's why I don't watch movies now. Because some of the games we played back in the day were legit movies. This game was a legit movie. This is where they showed Snake at in the trailer, the Delta trailer. Oh my goodness! I remember when this happened and he took off his mask and it was Snake. I was just screaming. Ah, kid. Kojima made a vampire game for floppy disk that smelled like blood the more you played it, because it would get hot. Yeah, Kojima is just a weirdo, bro. But he's really, really smart. Because, like, the way he does things in games is just... Death Stranding was... If you ever played Death Stranding, I don't know if you got a chance to play that. That game was trippy. That game was a mindfucker, too. Oh my god, David Hayter. The best voice actor for Snake. God damn it. Now I'm just starting to get sad. Like, I went from being hype as hell to just like, now I'm depressed. That game is boring gameplay, but the graphics and all is what made it incredible. I don't know, bro. That game was fighting those BTs and shit, and like how when you get caught up and you're like walking through all the sludge and they're like
You're
trying to
already in
grab
enemy
you,
territory.
bro. Oh
Somebody
my
might be
God.
listening in.
Kojima was way
From here
ahead
on
of his
out, we'll be
time.
using code
Way ahead
names
of
to
his
refer
time.
to each other. Your code name for this mission
Putting your
will be
controller
Naked
in
Snake.
slot 2 to beat
I'll be
Psycho
referring to
Manus
you
because the
as
stupid
Snake
thing
from
could
now
read your
on.
moves from the
You're
controller
not to
port
mention your
1.
real name.
Yet you didn't even
Snake.
know you could do that at
You
the
don't
time
like
because when
snakes?
you put your controller
do you
in
mean?
2 in a single player
You've
game,
eaten
it
one
didn't
before,
work.
haven't you?
In survival training.
Like, bro,
glad
like
to hear that.
what?
I don't know
What
if I'd
kind
ever
of
order
thought
one in a
process do
restaurant,
you
but
have
Be
to
careful,
have?
you might not have a choice.
what
All
about
the
you,
dialogue
Major?
in the
What should
game
I
that
call
ties
you?
back into other
Let's see.
games,
I'll
and
be
it's just
Tom.
ridiculous.
Call me Major
bro.
Tom. This will be a
Like
sneaking mission.
what his
You must
storytelling,
not
I
be
don't think
seen
there
by
will
the
be
enemy. You must leave no trace of your presence.
another
Is that
person who
clear?
can tell a story
This
like
kind of
that guy.
infiltration is the
Best
Fox
game
unit's
of our
specialty.
generation, like
In
series
other
as a
words,
whole,
weapons
100%.
and equipment
I
are
couldn't
procure
even.
on site.
There
That
is no
goes for
other
food as
game
well.
that even
You're
comes
completely
close.
naked, just as your name
Final
implies.
Fantasy? No.
Great. Now I see why you asked me if I like snakes.
There's nothing,
I
bro.
suppose
There's
calling me
nothing.
Snake was your idea of a joke, too.
No, there's a good reason for that. I'll tell you later when the time is right.
Gotcha.
When you find out
Getting
Liquid's
back to the
master
subject, how exactly
that
am I
was the
supposed to feed
craziest
myself?
plot
You've
twist
been issued
ever.
a knife and a
Oh
tranquilizer
my
gun.
god.
Use them to
Bro
hunt for
took
food.
off his
You'll also find some medical supplies in your
sunglasses.
backpack.
He was like, hey,
Yeah, about the
looks like a
backpack.
maniac.
I lost it in
bro.
a tree on the way
Oh my
down.
gosh. I was playing
I
Metal
see.
Gear as I
Well,
was playing
you better go
Pokemon,
back
same.
and get it then.
Zelda,
You know where it
same,
is?
and I still was
No
just.
problem. I can see it from
Anytime
here.
there was a Metal Gear
It's
Solid
stuck
that
on a
was coming
branch.
out, I played it. Twin Snakes, 2, 3,
To climb a
BR
tree,
missions.
stand in front of a tree that's
literally
covered in ivy and
anything
press the action button.
that was Metal Gear, I played it
I'll
and
be
beat it.
monitoring your progress
All
over
of
the
them.
radio.
I tried to
can't
get into
risk
Splinter
violating
Cell. I
Soviet
beat all of
airspace,
those,
but I'll
but
be
they
in the
just
gunship.
wasn't Solid Snake.
My
Siphon
frequency
Filter.
is 140.85.
Siphon Filter was a close
I'll
second.
give you a call if I need to
It
talk to
still
you.
wasn't Metal Gear.
If
Metal
you
Gear
need to
was
talk
just
to me,
different.
use the send function. Okay, Snake.
Solid Snake
Go
was
get
a
your
legit
backpack.
badass. When you have to press circle real fast, when they have you in the torture thing, that shit was crazy. Sniper Wolf shoots Meryl, and then if you don't fight her, she just keeps shooting her until she's dead. Like, bro, that thing was damn. What? People were so asleep on a game that, like, I don't know, man. But it's funny because you have us diehard fans who are like, Kojima's the greatest person who ever lived, and you have other people that are like, who the fuck's Kojima? Huh? You know how disappointed and like disrespected we are? Don't say that to me. Don't say that to me. Don't you goddamn say that to me. Don't you dare say to me like Metal Gear Solid is what? One of the best espionage games I've ever played. No question. It's not even an argument. Oh, it's a snake. It's not a snake. It's a snake. Do I even have my knife yet? Okay. Oh shit. Now how do I use this motherfucker? Okay, that's whoa. Okay. Yeah, I'm starting to remember how to play now a little bit. Where the fuck is my bag? Snake, you can save. Oh yeah, I can save. You're right. Or wait, can I? I can't save yet, can I? No, I can't save yet. You gotta wait until that you get that option. Oh, there's his bag. Oh god. Yeah, this game's graphics are really good actually. For it being like just like a port, it doesn't look bad. I don't remember how to do this. There we go. Oh, this game, this is gonna make. I'm gonna start crying. I can't do it.
I see you've retrieved your backpack, Snake. To equip a weapon, it's necessary to take it out of your backpack.
Do I really? Yeah, I'll listen to it just for the
choose
fact that I'm
weapon
playing the
from
story.
backpack. Your available weapons will be displayed in a window.
Still
in
love the
upper
graphics.
left.
Paramedic.
From
Yeah,
that list,
bro,
choose the
yes.
weapon you want to equip and press the Enter button.
That's the one
For
thing
other
I
equipped
didn't
items,
like about
just do the
Metal Gear
same
Solid
thing
3.
from
They had a
item.
lot
Got
less
it. Use the survival
codec
viewer
calls. Like, I think
backpack.
you only really had like
Yep,
5 or
that's
6
right.
slots, and the other ones you had
Survival
like
is fundamental to
there were
this
so
mission.
many people you could call.
After
There
you've
was
been out in
even
the field
certain
for a while, your stamina will start to
frequencies
drop.
you could use that you
If
could
your
just call
stamina gets
randomly
too
that would
low,
do
it'll
different
affect your
things, like say
performance.
different things to you.
You won't be able to shoot accurately, for example, and your wounds won't heal as smoothly. Keep an eye on your stamina so you don't run out. To recover lost stamina, you can hunt for local flora and fauna. You can use either your tranquilizer gun or your knife to hunt.
My only weapon is a Mark 22 Hush Puppy tranquilizer gun?
That's right. It's been fitted with its own suppressor. However, the suppressor will deteriorate every time you fire. Once its durability reaches 0, the noise suppression effect will be gone. So don't get too trigger happy with it. The suppressor's durability is shown in the icon. Any weapons and equipment beyond what you're carrying now, you'll have to find as you go.
I have to find my own weapons and equipment? Whose crazy idea was this anyway?
Solo covert actions are standard
Fox
Fox
die,
operating
bro.
procedure.
Oh my
You
god.
can't leave any traces of your presence. No weapons, equipment, footprints, sweat, or bodily
Kojima is so
waste.
ridiculous.
The same goes for bullets and cartridges too. Your presence in enemy territory is already a violation of
We're gonna try to play the
international
super
conventions
stealthy
of
though, too.
warfare. There aren't supposed to be any American soldiers in Russia. It could spark an international incident. You can't let anyone see you. You can't let the enemy know you're there. This is a stealth mission. You're a ghost, Snake, in every sense of the word. And there'll be no rescue if you're captured. The military and US government will deny any involvement in the affair.
Then I'll just have to take care of myself, huh?
I'm afraid so. You've been given a fake death pill for that purpose.
When you have to do the
SAS
death pill in the
guidelines
prison,
stipulate that
bro.
soldiers on covert ops like this one be issued a potassium cyanide capsule. Tape it to your body so you can take it when you need to.
How generous of you.
Use it if you're taken prisoner by the enemy. It'll send you into a state of false death for a short time.
I didn't remember them telling me
Into
this back in
thinking
the
that I'm
day.
really dead.
And then
So
it,
how do I
it
come
came
back
in
to
handy
life?
later in the
Just take
game,
the
and I never
revival
knew it.
pill.
You mean that thing they put in my tooth before the mission?
That's the one. But be careful. If you remain in a state of false death for too long, nothing will be able to bring you back. Remember that.
I'll keep it in mind. You said this was a solo mission, right?
Right.
I guess that means I can't count on any reinforcements.
Correct. The mission rests entirely in your hands.
A real one-man army.
Relax. There's a support team ready to back you up over the radio.
Who?
I'll introduce them
Here
to
we
you.
go.
This time, survival is of utmost importance. The first member of the support team will be in charge of monitoring your physical condition, acting as a medic, so to speak, as well as recording your mission data. She's a member of Fox as well, and she's here on the gunship with me.
She.
Hello, Snake. I'm paramedic. Nice to meet you.
Paramedic.
As in a medic who comes in by parachute.
Aren't you going to tell me your real name?
Are you going to tell me yours, Mr. Snake?
My name, huh? It's John Doe.
And they call you Jack for short. You're a regular Captain Nemo.
A name means nothing on the battlefield. After a week, no one has a name. What's your name?
Jane Doe.
Very funny.
I wasn't joking, but I'll tell you my name only if you manage to make it back alive. My frequency is 145.73.
She's also in charge of recording your mission data. Whenever you want to save, send a message over the reserved save frequency, 140.96.
So saving lets me record my mission data.
That's right. It also records the state of your health.
Good to know.
There's one more person I want to introduce you to, Snake.
Huh?
Speaking of snakes, you remember the boss, don't you? A legendary soldier and your mentor. Actually, it was the boss that got the DCI's authorization in the first place. She's going to be serving as Fox's mission advisor.
The boss is?
She also helped me plan this mission. She and I were at SAS together.
Jack, is that you? How many years has it been?
Boss?
That's right. It's me.
Oh.
Talk to me. Let me hear your voice.
It's been 5 years.
So many things I
72
want to say
days
right now, but I'm not
and
going to
18
say it
hours.
because if you guys have never played
You've
this
lost
game,
weight.
You can tell just by the sound of my voice.
Of course I can. I know all about you.
Really? Well, I don't know anything about you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Why'd you disappear on me all of a sudden?
I was on a top secret mission. You didn't need me anymore.
But there were still so many things I wanted you to teach me.
No, I taught you everything you needed to know about fighting techniques. I taught you all I could. The rest you needed to learn on your own.
Techniques, sure. But what about how to think like a soldier?
How to think like a soldier? I can't teach you that. A soldier needs to be strong in spirit, body, and technique. And the only thing you can learn from someone else is technique. In fact, technique doesn't even matter. What's most important is spirit. Spirit and body are like two sides of a single coin. They're the same thing. I can't teach you how to think. You'll just have to figure it out for yourself. Listen to me, Jack. Just because soldiers are on the same side right now doesn't mean they always will be. Having personal feelings about your comrades is one of the worst sins you can commit. Politics determine who you face on the battlefield. And politics
Voice
are a
acting
living
superb.
thing. They change along
Writing,
with the
one of
times.
the best in the
Yesterday's
fucking history of
good
video
might be
games.
tomorrow's evil.
Is that why you
It's
abandoned
not
me?
fair.
No, it had nothing to do with
It's
you.
not fair how they do
I
things.
already told you, Jack. I was on a top secret mission. A soldier has to follow whatever orders he's given. It's not his place to question why. But you're looking for a reason to fight. You're a natural-born fighter, but you're not quite a soldier. A soldier is a political tool, nothing more. That's doubly true if he's a career soldier. Right and wrong have no place in his mission. He has no enemies and no friends. Only the mission. You follow the orders you're given. That's what being a soldier is.
I do whatever I have to get the job done. I don't think about politics.
That's not the same thing. Sooner or later, your conscience is going to bother you. In the end, you have to choose whether you're going to live as a soldier or just another man with a gun. There's a saying in the Orient, loyalty to the end. Do you know what it means?
Being patriotic.
It means devoting yourself to your country.
I follow the president and the top brass. I'm ready to die for them if necessary.
The president and the top brass won't be there forever. Once their terms are up, others will take their place.
I follow the will of the leader, no matter who's in charge.
People aren't the ones who dictate the missions.
Then who does?
The times. People's values change over time, and so do the leaders of a country. So there's no such thing as an enemy in absolute terms. The enemies we fight are only enemies in relative terms, constantly changing with the times. As long as we have loyalty to the end, there's no point in believing in anything, even in those we love.
And that's the way a soldier's supposed to think?
The only thing we can believe in with absolute certainty is the mission, Jack.
All right, but do me a favor.
What is it?
Call me Snake.
Snake. Oh, right. Your codename is Snake. It suits you well.
That's right. The legendary unit that the boss put together during World War II was a snake. The Cobra unit. A group of heroes that brought the war to an end and saved the world. As long as you've got a legendary hero backing you up, you'll be fine. Isn't that right, Snake?
Yeah. I can't think of anyone else I'd rather have with me. Oh, and one more thing, boss.
Yes?
It's good to hear your voice again.
Same here. After all, who knows if either of us will make it out alive? Snake, you are always best at urban warfare and infiltrating buildings. But this is the jungle. Survival is going to be key. Those CQC techniques I taught you are sure to come in handy.
CQC? Close quarters combat, huh? I've been in the Green Berets for the past few years. I'm probably pretty rusty.
Not to worry. I'll be here to help you remember. After all, this is your first actual survival mission. I'll be supporting you over the radio.
Where are you, boss? Next to the Major?
The boss is communicating with us by radio from aboard a Permit-class submarine in the Arctic Ocean.
My frequency is 141.80. Call me if you need my advice on battle techniques.
Gotcha.
Your mission is to retrieve Dr. Sokolov. Dr. Sokolov is being held in an abandoned factory located to the north of your current position. Avoid heavy combat and don't let anyone see you. Don't forget that this is a stealth mission.
Snake, try to remember some of the basics of CQC.
I do not remember the basics of CQC at all. Oh, I thought this was the coolest damn thing ever, though.
Commencing Virtuous mission now.
Okay, now I gotta... How do I move? Can I not walk? Oh shit. Wait, what? Fuck. Oh, okay. See, this is what I mean, like. I don't think you can even change the controls. Or can I? Yeah, there's no, like... No controls. That's the only thing that kind of kills me. And since there's no controls, it's hard to do. Now, there's a way you can sneak around like this. At least I thought there was. Shit. Is there not a way to sneak around like that? I guess not. Oh, that was only in 5. Yeah, I'm tweaking. This was sneaking right here. That's so good.
Major, I've spotted 2 enemy soldiers.
They're probably KGB troops sent to guard Sokolov.
AK-47s and grenades.
Snake, your presence in Soviet territory is already a violation of international law.
Understood.
You can't let the Kremlin find out that the CIA and the American government are involved. Contact with the enemy is strictly prohibited. Don't engage them in battle either. This is a stealth mission. Got that?
The Major is right. The point of this mission is to sneak through the jungle without being seen. The success of the mission depends on how well you use your camouflage. Change your camouflage by selecting Camouflage from the Survival Viewer. The Uniform option lets you pick your uniform, while the Face option lets you change your face paint. Choosing camouflage that blends in with your surroundings will help you conceal yourself more effectively. Also, don't forget that anything that moves will stand out in the jungle. If you just stand up and run around like an idiot, you're bound to be spotted. But if you crawl instead, you should be able to sneak by without being noticed. You can see how effective your camouflage is by looking at the camo index. The camo index shows how well your current camouflage blends in with the surrounding area. The higher the value, the harder you are to spot, and vice versa. The key is to make yourself one with nature. Keep that in mind as you go along, okay?
Look at this. Now this is funny because that's the writing, and I hate it. Stupid good. We got a good amount of stuff though. Okay. Let's see, we got leaf, DPM. I don't remember how to fucking like hold them. I'll figure it out though. Okay, so you gotta hold the...
Speak. We won't hand over Sokolov. Speak. Let go of me. Oh. Freeze.
There's a way to ask him questions. What? Don't remember how to do it. We'll put one in him so he sleeps for a good while. Oops. Really? Snake right there. I don't know how to fucking snake it. Why can't I CQC the way I want to? That's a real question. Like I don't know how to grab somebody the way I want. It's being weird. Everything is somehow they keep hearing me walking
Speak. Speak. Bastard. Speak. The crocodiles are ferocious. Answer me. If you climb trees, there's fruit. Freeze.
I'm down and try to make him go on the floor and it just did not work. Oh. So we're gonna make it to the town, like the little town area, and then we're gonna call it there. Hey, what's up, the goal? 1997. How are you doing, my boy? Appreciate you for coming through. If you're on controller, you can use the D-pad to walk slowly and quietly. You're fucking right. That's how you fucking stalk, bro. Thank you. God damn it. I knew there was something I was forgetting, but I couldn't, I don't know.
I hear something.
Was that not the bee's nest? Oh, I see. Is this not the bee's nest either?
I hear something.
I'm sorry, what? There is a bee's nest somewhere and I cannot find it. How are you doing, by the way, Goat?
There's nothing here.
I take it you probably play this game a good amount since you knew that. Like, God, I can't even believe I forgot that. If I'm being honest with you. Where is the goddamn bee's nest? All right, there. I'm surprised I haven't fallen off this bitch. Couldn't remember if they left or not. Okay. Now this part I kind of remember. Oh my god, that's so scary. Holy shit. You said, yeah, you've played too much. Which one is your favorite? Because we were just having a conversation about which one was the best. Me and Diamond said 3. I have a homie who says, no, he said 4. 4? Yeah, he said 4. Which I still think is probably one of the weirdest things I've heard. So, like, which one is one of you, like, your favorite? Because 3 is ours. Like, 3 is 100% my favorite. Like, this one is... I don't know, there was just something about 3 that just was so much more fulfilling. These guys are not going to come back? There we go. What? 4, then it would be 3, 2, 1, 5. See, me, I think it would... So you like 4 a lot, too? What the fuck? Okay, so let me ask you, since you like 4, too, this would be a good reason. What makes you like 4 a lot? Like, what is it about 4 where you're like, you know what? This is the end-all, be-all of Metal Gear. It's like, don't get me wrong, 4 was good. It just, I don't know, there was something about 4 that I didn't like. I don't know if it was because Snake was old, or if I didn't like, I don't know, there was just something about it that it just did not sit right with me, bro. I don't know if it was like the whole Ryan being a cyborg, which made sense. It's the one I played the most. I like the gameplay. Okay, so you know what? I'll give you that. I can 100% agree with you there. The gameplay was top tier. Don't know what it was about 4. Like, I guess, like, 4 did implement a lot of new, I think, like, new ways to kind of look at Metal Gear. So I can definitely agree with you there. I'm gonna be fucking shooting.
What's wrong?
I hate that I'm having such a hard time aiming. It's so weird trying to get used to aiming now, bro. I'm like struggling hard with this shit. Like, It's not horrible, but it's just so weird compared to all the other ones I've played. Plus, it has some dumb shit like the fucking single shot musket with 1/3 chance of spawning a target. Yeah, that is true, but to be fair, like, I feel like Metal Gear Solid fucking 4 was probably one of the more wackier
Major,
ones.
I've reached the abandoned factory
I feel
where
like the other
Sokolov
ones
is
were pretty
supposedly being
more
held.
realistic. One
This place
was
is a dump.
1 and 3 are both my favorites. 2 was probably my least favorite. Only
Can't
because I
see
remember being
Sokolov
a
from
kid
here.
and like waiting for 2.
Security is pretty
It coming
tight.
out. They like advertised it with Snake, and then when you played
There are
it
sentries
for
posted
30
around the
minutes,
perimeter.
got to the first
I
boss,
wonder how
beat
many
her,
are
and then they were like,
inside.
"All right, here's Raiden," for literally 3/4 of the fucking game, bro. I want to do.
Your objective, Sokolov,
I was ready
is
to
inside
hurt
the
somebody,
factory.
bro.
They
I
should
was
be
ready to
holding him
hurt
in a room
somebody.
in the northeast section.
Northeast section.
God, I was ready to hurt
Got
somebody.
it.
So have you played
careful.
Metal Gear Revengeance
Your mission is to
or
bring Sokolov
VR
back
missions or
alive.
anything, or do
He
you
must
just play
not
like
be
the core
exposed to
Metal Gear
any
games?
kind of danger. Do not approach.
Or did you ever play
Sokolov
Metal
while
Gear
in the
Survive?
alert
That
phase.
Right.
that heaping
and
helping
one
of
more thing,
bullshit
Snake.
they fed us
You
after
mean there's
Kojima
more?
left.
No, it's just that
And did you
when
also?
you get to Sokolov,
Oh, skip all
I
that.
want
The
you to
reason
tell
why
him
I'm playing
something from
this.
me.
Did you hear about
And
Metal
that
Gear
is-
Solid
Sorry for
Delta
being
coming
so-
out on the PS5?
Is that
That's
all?
going to be insane.
Yes.
Understood.
I
Begin my approach
hated
to the
2
target.
for years. Then I replayed it one time, loved it all.